We have Starlink.
Dreamlab said, thank you for following Sherwood. Chipital said, have you spotted any crazy sea creatures THT people have stories about?
No.
6 said, how much do you get per kg? 20 to 30 pounds?
$4 a pound.
To be arranged said, it's pretty difficult to get a roster license these days, right?
Yes, very difficult.
He said, do you ever get sick of eating lobster?
No.
Ordinary Joe said, cheese curds. SPNKR99 said, do you have any ops who are against you? Thanks Top said, do you use the unlimited roam subscription with styling? Midnight Moody said,
yes.
Love cheese curds. They said, have you ever been scared at sea? Mohammed Wasni said, favorite lobster dish? Grab a 6 said, anyway, $4 a pound. Invincible said, why is it hard to get a lobster license? Justin Ordinary Joe said, I am getting hungry.
With licenses.
B said, anyone steal your pots yet?
Nope.
Spelligan Tribunal said, how long does it take Coast Guard to show up if you have a problem?
I bet it'd be an hour, if not more.
Rich Quest said, good afternoon brother.
Hello.
Billy said, is it easy to pass your license down to family?
Nope, you can't. It's so stupid.
B said, how long is the license good for? I'm Billy said,
it's good as long as I renew it every year.
5th gen, it should be easy to pass to your kids.
Nope, if Harper wants a license, she's got to go through the apprentice program.
SPNKR99 said, I remember once my boat propeller fell off and it took about an hour for a tugboat to show up. Guy was a nice guy, we started calling him directly whenever we have any boat issues. Kashankala said, do you carry an e-bird?
Nope, I don't need an e-bird.
He said, do you want your kids to do this job?
I mean, I do, but if she wants to go to college, I'll also pay for college. I ain't gonna tell her no. I ain't gonna force her to do something that she don't want to do.
Upset. Great dad.
The whole family's right where I am right now. My dad's just over there. My uncle's over there. We're having a party.
Thank you for following SoftPet. DRSPNKR99 said, stay away from dumb college degrees. I'm Billy said, love that family fishing. I'm Billy said. Are y'all solo?
I'm solo. My dad and uncle are not. They got crew.
Texas said. Beautiful day out today.
It is.
Kuma said, I'm guessing your traps are marked red. I'm Billy said.
Yeah.
Why do you choose to be solo? Vehicle said. Time 12 p.m. Just an ordinary joke said. Are there boats bigger? Copenhagen
Oh
said.
yeah, we got some big
Dreary
boats
up
in our
this
harbor.
way.
Big boats. We got a couple 50-footers. They fish way off offshore though. 20, 30 miles.
Flav said. Thank you for following Shuzisa. Agent said. Whereabout are you located?
Off the coast of Maine.
People said. Coast Maine. Ordinary Joe said. Would your boat be too small to go out 30 miles?
No.
Billy said. What's the most you have ever caught from one trap?
27.
Agent said. I figured west coast of Maine.
I've taken 27 out of a trap before.
Cryptex said. Good looking weather out there. I'm Billy said. 27 holy fuck. Fruit Loop said. Caught any big boys today?
We caught a nice one that had just shed.
Paul said. How much you get for a pound of lobster a dock?
$4.
Paul said. Copenhagen funny. Sant said.
Shut up.
It's 12 a.m. Nutty Professor said. On the stream, brother.
Thank you.
C7 said, www.tv. Pat 113 said, how did you get your nickname Peanut?
I've had it since I was born. Not
Ziki
really
said,
sure why.
ethical lobster farming. Scuser said, no crabs there? Fruit Loop said, oh thank you. A1992 said, morning Peanut.
Morning.
OC7 said that was today.
That was today.
He said, with the stream helping make a little more money for gas bait etc. are you making a more comfortable living than before streaming?
It definitely
Strange
helps.
looking submarine there. Feel good said. Morning Skip and chat. How's the catch?
Good.
He said, that's awesome. Living Tribunal said, do you need a captain's license as well as a lobster license?
Nope.
Streamlabs said, thank you for following the object. Roadrunner GDC said, and we keep you company LOL.
True.
Luke
Good
said,
company,
why
yeah.
it was so soft. I have never seen that before. Uncle said, Filmzy he was on front page a week ago that helped tremendously. 3 Engine 3R said, can't wait for you to be 27. I'm Billy said, do you ever get sick of us?
Nope.
We would go nice. Copenhagen said, oh you make front page that's awesome man.
Yeah, a week ago from today.
Brad said, thank you for following X-Villain. Feel good said, gonna apply again. Old school Andy
I'm
said,
gonna.
so what is your favorite way to enjoy a catch for dinner?
I like
Wilson
to
said,
steam them.
how many do you usually catch in a normal day?
A couple 100 pounds.
Engine 3R said, they should have a front page voting system.
True. That would be cool.
Prince Ninurta said,
Get her.
Lockstock. Jin said, how many lobsters
Get her.
do you keep for yourself?
Not many. Only when I cook them.
Quest said, how many haulers you through since her start?
Haulers?
Sadak said, gonna steam some on the boat again soon?
Yeah, I will soon.
Black said, thank you for following Young Kilo. I'm Billy said, how do you get a cage back if rope breaks?
A grapple.
Said, hello sir.
I'll grapple for him.
He said, I dated a girl in Florida for a few years and her grandfather from Cuba was a lobster fisherman in the Keys for a long time. I wonder if they get paid the same amount.
I don't know.
I'm Billy said, I bet that's hard to find with grapple.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. You're just gonna make sure you don't get wrapped up in other people's traps. Shitter.
Nerda said, hey chat, has he ever been bothered by seagulls? I'm surprised there's not any around. The Savage Quest said, my father's burnt out then the pulley snapped. JJDBC
Ooh.
said, the world is your lobster. Said, Maine has the best tasting lobsters, right? Midnight Willie said,
I don't know.
they fly around sometimes but they don't bother him. What GPT said, what will you do when the lobsters evolve and start to fight back? I'm Billy said, do you
Fight 'em?
all your bait or fish for it?
I
Just
buy
an
it.
ordinary Joe said, Maine lobster is the best in the world. Iced it? Prince Ninurta said, nice.
Shitter.
He said, from living in Florida I can tell you that
Better.
the Maine lobster is better. Said, yes, Filmsy said, both are still good.
Shitter.
He said, are you proud to be a Maine fisherman?
Yes.
Strafeelgoodsk said, Maine lobster is the top.
Ugh. So disgusting when you go to grab a herring and
Black
his
said,
stomach
thank
pops.
you for following the red coin. Midnight Woody said, have my bat again for hash. You know the drill, don't count next. Said, LOL, old school Andy said, aside from your valuable time, what is your biggest overhead?
Bait. Hey, fuck out of here, fly.
Said, hey, what GPT said, how do you remember where every drop is?
Memory.
Fox said, thank you for following Jimmy195. Filmsy said, my brother was a cop and saw a few human stomachs pop out. LOL, the stories are pretty gross. Cat113 said, are the bikini models sunbathing on the bow or do they have day off? GPT said, you're insane. I'd forget where they are for sure. 3Engine 3R said, Diesel is making a run for the top lately. LOL. Kuma said, do you keep track how many you already pulled and how many are left? Just an ordinary Joe said, he let you know it wasn't going to be easy, and your boss likes the smell of money.
50. And 55 is 105. And another 30 is 135. And another 15 is 150.
3D7 said, do you never feel like
Another
having a dry
15
voice like
is
speaking to someone else for a day?
After I finish this thing right here, will be called
I'm
165.
an American from the Midwest, but we are part of the refugees. Express said, a lot of lobster men use the GPS and mark where their strings are. Midnight Muddy said, thank you.
I grew up with my grandfather hardly marking traps.
Said, thank you for following Big Baby Jesus.
Thank you for the follow. So I don't really mark them. He says if you have to mark all your pots.
I live in Colorado. If we can afford any seafood, it's rare. I think a small lobster tail out here runs around $10. Dealer Strange the legend said. The fisherman says, I didn't catch these. They are my pets. Every day I bring them to the water for a walk. GPT said. So drops never wander off from where you drop? D0C7 said.
Not unless I shift them.
Streamlabs said. Thank you for following.
Yeah, but Moody accidentally added one dock, so we didn't have to count one.
He said, y'all amazing.
Hi, Harley!
OC7 said, okay, sorry, I'm in and out. I Pandalil said. ELLLO. Midnight Hoodie said, appreciate that.
Cheddar.
Hoodie said, hello. Landoff said, you how day been?
Good.
Over 2009 said, did Harley say hi back to you?
Negative. Dumb dog.
Over 2009 said, Lul, Trump we need Suba 2024 said, give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you will not have to listen to his boring lies all weekend. What GPT said, have you had any stream snipers boat or swim by yet?
No.
LOL. Streamline said, thank you for following facts.
Thank you for the follows. Oh. Cheddar. Cheddar.
Punch said, shitter, swimmer. We need Sumba 2024 said, I dare you to put the gloves off and see if the lobster pinches.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Engine 3R said, what's the price on a crate of paid 1U? He said, Trump we need Sumba 2024 he gets pinched all of the time LOL. Punch said, that's why you're the smartest person on the boat. Black said, thank you for following Pop Fire. Thank you for following VOZI. Strange the legend said, with your orange outfit looks like you just broke out of prison.
Maybe I did.
Burn Civic Talk said, insert Vine Boom here. Nutty Professor said, LOL, what did you do time for? JK.
Having a sexy beard.
ADVC said, does your boat have a day head?
No. No.
Engine 3R said, you need a marker and write the name of your Donis on your body LOL.
Seems a little...
Flat said, thank you for following Nashira.
Thank you for the follows.
Gamer said, bucket works too.
Yeah, I did bucket.
Jeep said, it's not a hot upstream FFS. D0C7 said, that is what the boat is for, P.
Cheddar.
1K said, Lichi ego civ IQ the Cyrillic letter ya popple. 3 engine 3R said, reverse hot tub LOL. Mitsuba 2024 said, I'm the restaurant owner who takes lobsters from you. What's taking so long to get them back? Are you slacking on your check? You're faced with tears of joy. Adamch 1K said, Alo na uniliatai. Adamch 1K said, Mayanchaya. Winukal said, Adamch 1K English language please. Six pack enjoyer said, Understream Tone?
Yeah. I'm trying to fill this crate.
Velocity said, Over Rusty Eye. At 7,653 said, morning Captain, how's today's haul?
Good. Cheddar.
Ninety said,
Cheddar.
hi.
Hi. Cheddar.
Woody said, hello, welcome in. Philosophy said, okay MB in English. I asked at 7,653 said, how's your toothache today?
It's there, but not bad.
Checking before you toss them in the bucket.
Make sure they're legal size.
Bro 065 said, hey bro.
Yo.
It's your own boat?
Yep. Yep, I own it.
Class said, thank you for following the list. Pro 065 said, how are you? Shemzy 6666 said, hi from Russia, Siberia. Tuasd said, I don't know how I found this stream, but this is pretty cool. Guess I'll stick around LOL. Black said, do you eat lobster? And how do you like it prepared? Midnight Hoodie said, thank you, welcome in. Carrot 90 said, how many hours do you work per day? Stream
it all
said,
depends.
thank you for following C Cream Taro. Said, hi bro.
Hi.
Professor said, do you have a favorite part of Maine?
Not really.
Said, what's something about lobstering that outsiders don't understand?
That we don't get paid enough for what we do.
Vlad said, thank you for following Leah's in the Wise.
Thank you for the follow.
Vlad said, thank you for following Diaz Marin. Said, is lobster fishing competitive?
Not really.
Said,
everybody's just out here to
10K.
make it.
I found you a couple weeks ago when you were a little over 6K. I do crabbing in coastal North Carolina. Was curious how often you change your trap ropes? Shy Gamer said, I think it's great that you let the big
7 years.
To breed. Many babies die before they reach keeper size.
Sometimes I let them go 7 years, 8 years. Depends if they're all cut up and stuff. Shutter. Shutter.
Vlad said, thank you for following Christopher Miller 20. Vlad said, thank you for following the new chapter. Did 7,653 said, do you get your laptop today? JJDBC said,
I'm not sure. I think I read it wrong.
You said I so you chucked it back?
Negative. All I see is dollar signs. Shutter. Shutter.
Said, do you use any bait in the cage? Six-pack enjoyer said, do you kill the lobsters before you steam them?
Nope. Throw them in alive, baby.
Vlad said, thank you for following Strangey.
Thank you. Shutter.
Said, Meliz he uses herring and pork skin. Vika said, the trap video you link says the traps will degrade over time in the water to release lobsters that are trapped if the line is cut. Do you have to worry about the traps breaking down under normal use?
So there's only certain parts that do that. We use biodegradable hog